What's up, guys? What's about it? Welcome to the Diablo 2 Iceman Research Institution. I am your host, Professor Ice Toad. So Baza gave me an idea in the comments. Long-time supporter. Thank you, man, for your contributions, your patronage, your channel membership, and your other generous gifts. He's actually getting married soon. May she be the first of many wives. Appreciate you, man. And appreciate my channel members and my patrons. Blessings to ye all. Let me know what you guys have been up to lately. Check out my other channel, Spiritual Journeys with the Iceman, linked in the description below. Gonna play other games on there. Some World of Warcraft right now, but a damn good time. So yeah, Demon Limb on Switch. Apparently, the enchant adds to your exploding arrow damage. Alright, just like how back when we'd start off on botnet, you'd have the Enchantress games, where a sorceress would be hanging out in town, right at the edge here, and everyone could just walk outside of town. It was like a bot, and the sorceress would be right here. It'd be like a level 80-some or 90 sorceress, and she'd just enchant you when you'd walk out there. Because I don't think she could do it in town. Oh, can you do it in town now? Maybe you can do it in town now. Or maybe they just stood over here by Charcy or something. Like, stood right next to him. And people would gather around. And the sorceress would just automatically enchant whoever the hell's around. And, of course, that one would have a godly enchant. It gave you, like, thousands and thousands of fire damage. And then you'd use that bow that gives any class, or it just basically shoots exploding arrows. It's called Ravenclaw, right? The unique longbow. So you just equip that on your character and just have normal shot like this, and it'd be shooting exploding arrows. So it was a great way to level up quick. I discovered that later on. This was just a couple years back, before I started playing COD and PD2 and all that. This wasn't long before those days. And it was a good time, but I mean, you just face roll the entire freaking game. You face roll normal anyway, and maybe they did that at Nightmare as well, I'm not sure, but it worked out great for normal. And of course, you'd have your minions as a Skellymancer, or as a druid, your wolves would actually be worth a damn with the enchant. But yeah, nonetheless, it helps empower your exploding arrow. So this character is going to be similar to my last one. I gotta make this faith go bye-bye. It's going to be painful. It's a nice looking faith. It's perfect as a toad. But that's fine. It's got to go bye-bye. So I have a Hell Rune in there. And I need a Scroll of Town Portal. Remember, this is the Research Institution, so it's fine. You know, we can get rid of that nice, perfect faith. I might have another one lying around somewhere. Alright, in one of my labs. So let's get rid of that shit. And then I have a nice base right there. Okay, so I wanted to make Vex. Vex. Low. J. Vex, Vex, low. Damn! Dumbass! Oh, shit! Are you kidding me? Okay, I need like 20 more decks to wear the damn thing. Do I have a cat's eye? Do I not have a cat's eye? Here we go. Okay, so looks like I don't have to respec. Shit. I was going to respec for a minute there. Alright, then one more thing is we're going to make ourselves a little cow level. Alright. Let's get that cow level up right there. And this is hell. Don't worry, this is hell. Pick up that freaking Sunder. You know that you need it. There's probably like no cows that are fire immune. But okay, so now I have a Phoenix Bow. I think this is going to be better than the Hand of Justice. As you can see here, the Hand of Justice. I mean, for one, you're going to have a better attack speed, breakpoint, frame base to work with the Matriarchal Bow over the Grand Matron Bow. But a key factor, I mean, for one, I guess they both have ITD, which is pretty impressive. Phoenix actually has higher enhanced damage. This one has the 3 bow and crossbow skills, so this Grand Matron does not. Of course it could, but it doesn't. Instead of life steal, I have mana steal on the Phoenix. And I have negative 28% to enemy fire res on Phoenix, as opposed to the negative 20% to enemy fire res on Hand of Justice. Alright, and they both have 20... Oh my god, these things are actually quite simple. This is just weird. This is weird, man. They're actually quite similar. I don't know, it's kind of a toss-up, really. You're probably better off with a Hand of Justice, because you're going to be able to hit a better attack speed breakpoint. You just need one with the 3 and bows. I probably could have just made a Hand of Justice in this matriarchal bow. But yeah, obviously with Phoenix, you get the redemption aura, which is a pretty big deal. Now, is it needed? I didn't really feel like I was lacking so much in mana and health rejuvenation in my last video. But hell, there's going to be all the more now. So let's see how well this let's see how well this guy fares. So I have Exploding Arrow. 2400 max damage right there. Freezing Arrow, because Immo Arrow just sucks ass. So I don't know if I'm going to use it. And I did max the synergies for Exploding Arrow. And then I just messed around a little bit and I still have points left over. So let me show you what I have going on. Phoenix. Wraith Grasp with some knockback style points. T-Von hooked me up with a lot of this gear. Blessed to see you, sir. He was a long-time channel member, very generous along with that. Blessed to you, man. Thank you for your support. So, wanted me to test this shit out a little bit. So obviously those gloves are just godly for this sort of obscure build. Pierce is really important. Obviously, you want your exploding arrows to pierce like every time, and they do that. If you have this on and you put at least, you get at least a 67% pierce from your pierce skill. And I have that. War Traps and Cat's Eye in this case. Yeah, High Lords would have been a little better, but that's fine. Need the damn decks. And I put on Enigma. Alright, so this thing, I mean, you get 3 to fire skills. It's just... gives you a pretty good damage right there, and a little bit of pierce as a bonus. And what's awesome is it gives you the resist fire aura, which compensates for your resist fire pierce that you have applied to your character because of wearing the Sunder charm. All these bow and crossbow charms, all this other crap, and I have Enigma this time around because I just want to be able to teleport. I do have a nice armor. Get that little edge out of the way. Get that little edge out of the way, Ice Boy. Okay. Oh my god! Oh my god! Look at this! Holy freaking toad! Here, I am gonna try some Immo. It has a cooldown. That's too bad. Oh my god! Are you seeing this? Holy freaking toad! Style points! Yeah, look at this. Now you can control your merc. Now, oh my god, it sucks! Is this good or bad? No, I can tell. It's not... Okay, so it was cool for a minute, but... I mean, with the currency you have to spend to make this thing happen. Yeah, obviously it needs some improvements, but... I just kind of want to see what it can do. Oh my god! Yeah, Enigma's so toad. Love me some Enigma. I hated it at first when that shit came out. I was like, everybody's wearing Enigma. I don't want to be like everybody. Fuck it. Enigma's godly as a freaking toad. Just you can run fast, 2 skills. You got the... I love it how you can run fast. You got the teleport thing. You got all that other crap. You got MF for character level. You got 14 life after each kill, just in general. Just epic. Even some nice damage taking ghost to mana. The strength, so you can put a bunch in vitality. Man, this thing is just GG. Love this shit. I can't deny it. I love this shit. And I feel like I made one not too long back. It was actually legit, dog. That shit was actually legit. Pretty much. I mean, I traded a noob found a Burin, I remember. And I was always low ball. Alright, that's just how Ice Boy rolls. I just always low offer. Just all the time. Just gotta do it. Alright? I love getting me a good deal. And yeah, a lot of folks ran away. I show them the offer. They laugh. They say quit. Then they leave. They say they just leave without even saying anything, you know. But with enough attempts, I ended up finding some guy who found a burr rune. His gear was complete shit. He just got lucky. And he found it like running through hell or something. And I put a bunch of mid runes on the screen because I thought, there's a bunch of mid runes. It's low currency to trade up for gear that might be needed for a noob. And I threw a Shaco in there. And there was probably some relatively high rune like an Ohm rune or something. Or maybe it was even a low rune. I can't remember. But whatever it was like 30-40% less than what it should have been in terms of a fair offer, alright? And I threw the Shaco in the window, and he was like, and then he looked at it for a second. I had the window just full of shit. And I was like, he's just gonna leave like all the rest of them, isn't he? I was like, hold on. I was like, this guy seems a bit vulnerable. He seems a bit uninitiated. And sure enough, he was, because we waited a few moments, and I had my little check greened out, and he just had that nice burr in his window, and he accepted the trade. And I was shocked. I asked him, why'd you do it? And he said, well, I saw Shaco in the window, and I really wanted Shaco. And I was like, I was like, what a dumbass. It's kind of what I was thinking. I didn't want to be mean. And I wasn't mean about it. I was like, oh, yeah, Shaco, it's great. Yeah, good job. Yeah, Shaco, glad you have it. Good deal. Good deal on your end. You know, it's pretty much what I was kind of insinuating. I was more so just insinuating that it was just a fair trade. But, yeah, obviously, it wasn't really. But that's what happens if you... It's like fishing, man. Cast a lot of lines out. Just keep casting that shit out. Eventually, something's going to bite. Especially if it's a... If it's not like a wretched offer. If it's like just like a shitty offer. You know? Somebody's going to bite eventually. And that's how it went. So that's how I got the last rune to make my Enigma. I think I found a jar or something like that. I might have straight up found that shit. And it was awesome because it was on a Javazan. And I was running around, teleporting around. It was just epic. And then by the time I made Infinity, I was like, fuck, it's game over. I like quit after that. I was like, damn. I was like, are you serious? This character has Infinity. This character has Enigma. And somehow I got a Phoenix. I don't remember if I was just like... I don't remember how I got that damn Phoenix. I might have been already over the hill at that point. I was like, the ladder's over. Fuck it. Got a handout here or there. I'm just going to take it. I don't remember how I got that Phoenix, to be honest with you guys. So basically, I was teleporting around, breaking the res with Infinity, sucking up souls for mana and life with Phoenix, and it was just obliterating shit. And I played for like 10 minutes. I was like, alright, the spiritual journey is over. I was like, fuck it, I'm out of here. And I took off, and the character was just history, man. But it was a good time building up to that. But yeah, I probably did take a handout or two. I don't remember how I got the damn Phoenix. Yeah, I don't want to lie to you guys, so I might have taken that shit as a handout. I don't even remember. But on my other channel, though, it is a spiritual journey. I'm taking that shit nice and slow. And that's kind of what I intend to do with Diablo 4 when that comes out. Take that shit nice and slow. And like I said, I'm pretty optimistic for Diablo 4. I think it's a good chance that's going to be a good game, man. Alright, and I don't care to get in all the details right now. I don't feel like going over that bullshit. I don't do that mental gymnastics, all that shit. Don't really feel like it right now, but I've done it. I've beaten that dead toad through the freaking ground, you know? So I don't really care to talk about it right now, but I mean, I'll make another video in the future, quarterly update or whatever, talk about the L4. But I think it's going to be a good game, dog. Alright, I think it's going to be a good game. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to be liking it more than this shit in its current iteration. You know, I mean, you guys know I got some curls with this Resurrected thing. You know, with some things they did that are just kind of irreversible. or unforgivable until they reverse that shit. And I don't think they're going to reverse it, so... But fortunately, Diablo 4 is looking great. Yep. I can't even really think of a crawl I have with Diablo 4. Those damage numbers are really big and all that. That's kind of a problem, but... Alright, but what do you guys think about this? I mean... Maybe this... See, this is kind of a tough call. Okay, so you saw Phoenix. Did you even cast your thing? You dumb toad. You did. Okay, so it adds like 100 damage. But I mean, the thing is, it's... Every little bit counts, especially if it's free, you know? And yeah, you could have CT on switch, which might actually give you more damage with the skill. But if you really want to be optimal, you have the CT on switch, you cast that shit, then you pop on Demon Limb, then you cast that shit, and then you pop CTA back on, and then you go. And Demon Limb's enchant, it lasts 672 seconds, alright? Pretty good amount of time. Hand of Justice now. You tell me. Oh my god! Which one's better? It's too bad that this Holy Fire is complete ass. It's a complete waste of something right there. That is too damn bad. It just doesn't do shit. Same thing with the Fire Boson, for that matter. What I was saying, the previous video, touch on it very slightly. If they were to make Immolation Arrow better, have it just do a bunch of damage per second, and take away the explosion aspect for that matter, then you could use this for bosses to have the damage over time, and the exploding can be for all the trash. You know, it's really rewarding just popping shit with Exploding Arrow. But obviously, you don't want to make it too godly and just have it obliterate bosses as well, so you gotta find that damage threshold where it's good for trash mobs and maybe adequate to kill a boss, but maybe you'd have a skill at your arsenal that's even better at killing a boss. In this case, for what I'm advocating for, is a rebalance of these skills. And a good start would be to have Immolation Arrow actually do some damage. Right here, it's maxed out. Synergies are maxed out. Have all this fire shit on, and it's only doing 560 damage per second. And yeah, it does have more exploding damage than my Exploding Arrow. The problem is it does have a cooldown, which is kind of annoying to deal with. There's the cooldown. So, yeah, I think they, I don't know, like, they laid it all out to where this could have been a great build, but they dropped the ball, man. It's not doing adequate damage. I don't think it needs a casting delay, unless if you really buff up the damage per second, if you buff the hell out of it, then okay, the casting delay will be okay. Because like I said, you can use on bosses and just tougher enemies. Have your merc tank them, set a couple flames under their feet from Immolation, and use your exploding for basically everything else. And it could be a pretty good build, but the problem is it's just useless. The damage per second is almost not even worth using, even with all this gear. Even with all this gear and infinity, all my fire piece and infinity, it's still bullshit. Look at this. See that? See that? It does a very small amount. All that damage is mostly from the Exploding Arrow. But, I mean, like, I thought about it for like 5 fucking seconds, and that's what I can come up with, and it's already better than what they have. Alright, and it's better than I think what most solutions would come to. So, I think that's what they should do. But let me know what you guys think about that. Oh, yeah! Pretty sure that shit's so... Yeah, there's another useless fucking item. Could use some improvements, you know? This mod could use some improvements. How about reworking the 95% of uniques that are completely useless? We find something like Tyrael's Might. We find something like Meng Song's Lesson. We find all... Templar's Might. We find all this stuff. Grandfather. It's all just completely useless. So, maybe they'll start... I mean, they should have listened to that before they try to reamp the endgame. As far as I see it. And give us a bigger stash. Give us some stacking. But that's fine. But what do you guys think about this? Do you guys think that... I mean, maybe... I actually feel like the other setup was better. Yeah, this is bullshit. Let me go get that nice thicky. Let me put that thicky back on. And this is the research institution, so you know we get down to the nitty-gritty of all this bullshit. So we're at 40 IS. Alright, so here's them breakpoints right there. So yeah, we just missed that just a little tiny bit, But that's okay, we're at the 22, so we have 2.5 attacks per second as opposed to 2.77. Alright, but obviously, I mean, I'm making some sacrifices here. Because I don't really want to wear Nice Coil. Because I want to have 100% chance to pierce. And the itemization sucks ass to this game to the point where there's really nothing else you can put on for pierce. You can't really get it in gloves or boots. You can get it in the armor, obviously. You can get it in the helm. But I wanted to use these two combos right here. So I got to wear Razor Tail. So I can't really get that additional 10 IS. And I can't put an IS in the helm or the armor, obviously, because they're rune words. So you're kind of stuck. I guess you could put on IK gloves and boots, and would that give you 30? You could do that, but I just don't really know if it's important enough just yet. But let's see how well. And remember now, I'm using that Sunder. Oh my god! These guys are oh my god! Okay, so these guys are usually fire immune right here. That Sunder charm is putting in the work. Yep! Yeah! Ice Boy got a new microphone. Blessings to you guys. Blessings to my channel members, my patron, and all that. All the viewership. Because I've been able to make some little purchases right there. So I got myself a Scarlet thing, a Scarlet 2i2 thing. And I got myself a little audio interface. And I got myself a new microphone. I went cheap though. I like to go cheap. I got the I got the AT 2020. I always want to call that shit the AT-AT because I'm just used to Star Wars or something. Oh my god. Look at this. I want to make freaking BOTD in there. Can that get? I can't remember. Is it a ghost spear? Hyperion. Okay. No, so that can't. The ghost spear can. Hyperion can only get like, I think it can get 3 or 4. I can't recall. I think you need the ghost spear if you're looking to have style points for BOTD spears. Otherwise, you got to go with a traditional war pike. But you see this? I mean, this is a lot of. I mean, this is a very expensive. I think the Phoenix is better than Hand of Justice. I mean, the aura is just really nice to have. Let's test out this shit. Let's check that out. Love me that nice thick aura. And I got 2 auras going on here. Oh, right, I have the resist fire. And the other thing. The soul sucky thing. The mana thing, the life thing, the spinny thing, the swirly thing, the redemption thing. I got that redemption thing. Get it! Freezing arrow. Don't even do Immo. Maybe once in a while just because it has more, I mean, really, optimally, you'd want to shoot it every time you have the chance to. Because, I mean, it is doing more damage. I just hate... I don't like to have to time shit out like that. Oh my god! No. This is... I mean, this probably is... Is that Melody okay? Maybe I need to look into Melody, because you can get 6 to bone crossbow skills on that, can't you? But it doesn't pierce. It doesn't pierce res. Hand of Justice or Phoenix has got to be the best way to go. I don't know which one. It's kind of a toss-up. I mean, Phoenix does pierce a little bit more, 8% more of fire res. It does have the Redemption Aura, which is just quality of life, very convenient. It doesn't have any IS, and like we're running into right here, you're kind of at a shitty breakpoint. I mean, shit, maybe I'd want to make this in something else, like a Great Bow or something. If most of your damage, but I mean, I'd like having some physical damage, although the Great Bow isn't going to be much different from the Matriarchal. in terms of damage. So maybe that would be fine. Oh my god, it sucks! Can you believe the currency? Holy shit! I could try it again with that artisan's armor with the 4 freaking facets in it. I could try that shit again. I probably should. I just love having me that Enigma. Love having me that shit. Alright, let's go. Don't even try it. Don't even do this. The ammo just sucks. Don't even try it. Alright, there he goes. There he goes. Players 1, that's fine. That's fine. But during the spiritual journey, you could be doing like 1/10 of this damage, you know? And it would be great to be able to do the spiritual journey with this, not just save up all endgame currency just to make a character who can barely do okay on players 1 hell, you know? With who knows how many high runes of gear. Oh my god! Phoenix is just so damn expensive! It's a bitch getting all those runes. That expensive too! Even this is expensive! And then you got all this crap. Let me know what you guys think about that. Alright. Yeah, the Phoenix is interesting. I kind of like using that. But you guys have any ideas for gear I could switch up on this Fire Amazon? Yeah, I could use the 4-socketed Artisan's Blade of the Whale. Although it's something else. It's of stability, I think, with 24 FHR. Pretty nice. I could pop that on and put the put Nagus back. I mean, yeah, for optimally, you want to cast the damn enchant. But I just don't know if I got time for that bullshit. I want Nagus on Switch. I want to be wearing that freaking Artisan's armor. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about that. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace be with you.